Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo.
All right. I had to do it again because to this day, I can't figure out how to make this thing go public by default. But yes, it is now public. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the I Snuck in Here podcast week in review. And this one is my favorite because this is a battle of the sexes edition. And I love getting the other opinion of the other sex other than us males that think a different type of way. So today we have a couple special guests. We have I'll introduce the women first. So today for the first time we got Sugar on. Sugar, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm good.
So light. You need a shot or something. I'm doing great. Everything's nice.
I
All
go get
right.
a shot. You want? I can get a shot. No.
Get that shot, girl. Get that shot.
And then we also have Xavier. Xavier, how you doing? Thank you for joining again.
Doing good, doing great. Thanks for
Right.
having me.
No problem, no problem. And then of course I got my partner in crime, Cirque Money. What's good, homie?
Real men wear pink.
I have pink. Like I got a pink hat 2 feet away from me, so I'm not worried. I'm not worried about wearing pink. Like that's not the thing that bothers me at all. So, but again, welcome. Of course, I'm some call me Quinn. And I've been running around trying to get this together. So sorry we're a little bit late. Y'all just get used to it. We're probably gonna be about 10 minutes late when we start this thing. So if I say 8:30, you know what? That's not professional at all. But we are gonna get to the point where we start at the exact time that I say we're gonna start, but we're working on it. We are working on it. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's chop it up. Circuit, you know where I'm going. If you watch this podcast, I always have to start with my current conspiracy theory. I don't know why it's taking a hold of me, but it is. Where is my stuff? Hold on a second. Will be better. I promise. This is what happens when we take too much time off.
I feel a little rusty.
I feel a little rusty. I was in the groove. So the first one of the night, it's uploading now, is Gene Hackman. Rest in peace, Gene Hackman. But this is my big conspiracy theory that I feel like I can't sleep until I figure this out. So this one is not going to take long, but I still want to hear y'all thought process on it. Okay, so we all know Gene Hackman and his wife died in February last year. She died of the hantavirus, and then a week later he died pretty much because he had Alzheimer's. So the new update right now, there has been 3 cases in California of people dying from the hantavirus, and this is like a super rare disease. Like over 30 years, only 1,000 people have died from this. So even though 3 people don't seem like a lot, that is a lot of people to die from this virus. And I feel like I'm gonna put it on the board right now. Like if some type of new, I hope it doesn't. I hope it does. I'm not gonna wood. But if some type of pandemic starts again, it's gonna be from this hantavirus. And this is just the start of it. That's my conspiracy theory brain. What you got for us, C?
I'm going back to the daughter, Leslie. I think she the one that infected that rat with that hantavirus that ended up killing her stepmom. And I believe she probably just threw some rats out there on the street in LA that infected some people. Sometimes folks do stuff like this to deflect. She trying to find a way to get to that money. Because you know the estate is still being blocked by a judge. Right now, the Avalon Trust Bank is holding all of the millions of dollars and assets, and nobody can touch a dollar yet because they think it's some form of foul play due to the different timelines of death.
Ladies?
Well, being that he had, Alzheimer's, I think that maybe he just kind of missed, that his wife had passed away. I don't know about the whole conspiracy and the daughter. I think it's just an unfortunate situation.
It just keeps me it's just something to keep me busy and not bored. But you're probably right about that. I'm not gonna stay long on this topic, but I gotta start off with my Gene Hackman updates. What you got, Sugar?
What she said. I think he missed his wife. and he had Alzheimer's, so he gave up.
Gave up.
I don't think, yeah.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Not as exciting as I wanted in my head, but that's fine. It's all good. All right, we're gonna move on to the nitty gritty. I just had to start off with my big one, and that was it. I had to start off. All right. All right, PG. Damn. Gone too soon, even though you're 95. All right, the topic that we're bringing up is naughty teachers, sex, and murder. Like, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but there's been a lot of crazy ass teachers out here. In Illinois specifically, there's
Two.
one that was in Naperville. That was one. Isn't it? It was just two, right? There's Naperville and
Two.
Downers
One in
Grove.
Naperville and Downers Grove, yeah.
One in Naperville and Downers Grove. So we gonna just dive into it. I think I got a picture. So we talked about it last week, 2 weeks ago, about this one here. Brittany, I forget her last name, but Brittany was a substitute teacher, and she was inviting students over, and she would set them up to do gangbang. So she would give them magic mushrooms and alcohol to do a gangbang with her. But the one rule was they had to wear a screen mask before it was able to get done. Now, my problem is that she would call the parents to get permission for the students to spend the night. And I'm like, what parent is allowing that to happen first and foremost? But I'll pass it on. Sugar, let's start with you.
Oh, that's a sick individual to me. Really, that's a sick individual. And what parent will allow their kids to spend the night at a teacher home? That's that's number one right there. So I feel like the parents had something to do with it. If you that comfortable with letting your child go spend the night at a teacher house, something not right.
Yeah, 100% agree. What you got, Xavier?
It's disturbing. I mean, these are teachers. Not that this is anything new, but I guess it's just why. Like, why would you, in the extreme of creating, a whole party and getting the parents involved? Because now the parents are, have to be held accountable too. So I just can't imagine, a teacher calling like, "Hey, we're having a sleepover."
A sleepover. Yeah, that's the crazy part. They're having a sleepover, and I'm just gonna scroll through the pictures of this because they're all under one umbrella until we get to one. One I'm gonna stop on, but so you got that her name is Brittany. Then you got Christina Formella. This is the one from Downers Grove.
It's the Downers Grove one, yeah.
This is Downer Grove. And then you have Emily Nutley as another one. She has a husband, she has kids, and she's also doing the same thing. Now, before I move on to the two males, and this is gonna look this battle of sexes, but let me tell you something. It's not the same. When I move over to these male teachers, it's not the same because it's not like these teachers are hideous creatures or anything like this. Like, if anything, like just go to somebody said go to a college. Go to a college. Because at least they're above 18.
Right.
Well, see, we need to speak on this because
All right, go ahead.
it's typically, the stereotype is typically male teachers doing this. But as we've seen over the last 10 years, it is more and more female teachers doing this. And I also believe it's because a lot of the new teachers are younger. They're listening to the same music that the students listening to. They're watching the same thing. That age separation of what people like is not a wide gap as it was when we was in high school. So some of these female high school teachers, they trying to still live in their heyday. They may not be getting the sweet nothing compliments from their husband all day that this 17-year-old male student is telling her she looks good, she looks like this. We don't know. Like, it, it's a deep rooted mental issue first and foremost for any male or female teacher to be messing with an underage a child, especially a student. So let's address that first. And secondly, I just believe it's because there are so many new teachers that are young. we're going to see more and more of this.
Well, I think Quinn, you said something about like if they want younger go to college, but I think it's more so about the power and control thing and being able to manipulate in those situations like that. The other lady, I saw something where she was mad at her teenage boyfriend for cheating on her or something like that. Some of the messages were crazy.
Yeah, he broke up with her.
I'm just saying, where were these teachers when I was in school? Like in eighth grade, like I could have used this, like this, and hold on, and look, I know it's funny, but we're a different generation. Like these other students, like snitching on each other, like you would have never found out this happened. I know it sounds horrible, but we young boys. That's why we got females and males on this podcast right now. Ain't no way. See, am I lying? Am I lying?
No, you ain't lying. And most of the time, you know how this stuff always comes out? It's because they either the student that told one of their friends, or the parent just going through their child phone. It's not the actual student, like the male student, that's tricking off and telling.
Mm.
He ain't snitching on the teacher. He bragging to his boys or his parents that went through his phone.
Yeah, it's a crazy one. All right, we're gonna move on to the males, so we're not gonna put it all on the females. But I brought up the females first because I'm gonna move on to the teacher from Naperville, William Schwab.
Yeah, this dude looks weird.
Now this dude looked like somebody who's trying to, like, you could look at him and be like, yeah, he guilty. Like he looked like somebody like, hey, come drink this Kool-Aid type stuff. There's a difference between the male teachers and the female teachers. It's just, is it me? Am I making this up?
So what are you saying? Are you saying like the female teachers look more I don't know what the right word is. They look
more
I'm
appeasing.
saying that the female teachers look more appeasing, right? That the female teachers look like they should just be able to go outside to a bar, and if it's that serious, find somebody to go home with instead of picking a teenager in school to get your rocks off. Where William Schwab looks a little, I don't know, looks like he probably doesn't get outside too much. That's just my point of view on it.
But Xavier just pointed out it's a control factor. It ain't no different than a female messing with a dude that ain't got no goals, dreams, or aspirations, but she know that nigga needs somewhere to lay his head. So she know he need to live here and he need to drive my car. So she's going to keep him just for that control and power. I think that's what the deep rooted evil all this is.
Mm.
Okay. All right. Well, it's crazy times. We got one more, and this is the serious one here. The last guy. So, and it wasn't even a female. So this is in California, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If anybody knows, this is California. So this teacher here was a soccer teacher, and he ended up sexually molesting one of his students, athletes, and then murdering him, and then throwing him over into like a creek area. And it was found. And this teacher was previously arrested for sexual harassment, I believe, on another male, not a student, but just a male. So he was arrested on that, and they wasn't able to piece together that it was him until a couple of days later. So he actually ended up killing his student. So that's when this one is the freshest one, but it's very wild out here.
And today, knowing what we know, I'm not gonna say where were the parents, but I'm interested to know, like, how did he get the kid that long to be able to do that, especially as a coach? Like, what are you saying to the parent for them to, was he mentoring them and the parent trusted him and they're like, oh, okay,
Well, he was this one I get a little bit more because he was his coach. So with the coach, you kind of give your coach a little bit more leeway because you got practice, and maybe he doesn't have a ride home after school, and I don't know how close he was to the coach,
That's
but
true.
it's close. It's easier to get to him than than just a regular teacher. But yet and still to murder somebody is kind of wild. It's kind of wild.
And I think the coaches, they have more access than teachers.
Yeah.
Because he can have practice on Saturday, Sunday, mom at work, anything could happen during a weekend, weekday, or he late practice.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I think teachers have one of the hardest jobs, if not the hardest job. I think they should get paid the most, but
Yeah.
I think they should also at that same token be vetted a lot more than they are. Let's take this dude off the screen. Be vetted a lot more than what they have been. Like the process. Honestly, like when all jokes aside, I know I joked about what these teachers were, but you I don't want a 20, I'm sorry, I don't want a 22-year-old male or female teacher. I know those are the cool teachers, but I don't want them with like my 16-year-old kids because like C said, that generation is so close. It's like you say the wrong thing or you literally have people becoming themselves when they in high school. Like they're learning, they're in heat, like in you know, you never know what that teacher going through and things looking brand new and fresh out the gate. So I don't know. I think it should be like doctors. Like you got to go to school for like 10 years before you can be a teacher.
Mm.
But
Let me ask this quick
get
question.
paid like a doctor too. Go ahead.
Do do you think we need to have mandated ages like there's certain age requirements when you run for office? Should there be an age requirement for teachers? Like you have to be this age to be a teacher and teaching these grades. Like should it be a good enough gap or that still wouldn't change anything?
Well, the people that we were just talking about, only one of them was younger. So would that, mitigate some of that? I don't know because how many of it is the younger teachers
Right.
and the older teachers. But to just in general, as far as the age limit, maybe because it is, it's close, so they feel relatable. And then also maybe they won't respect them as much being closer in age too.
Mm.
That's another thing.
All right. Well, it's a dicey topic, but I don't know why it went all crazy this week that we had to have a whole subject about teachers having sex and killing kids, but we did. So we gonna move on to the next topic. Mr. Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So he is on baby number 4. Uh, he's on baby number 4. He's 23, and with this current one, he pretty much told his newest baby mother that he is not going to be in the baby's life and that he wants to pay the child support up front, which was how much was it?
1.8.
1.8 million up front. He wants to get it all done and never talk to her and don't have a relationship with the child at all. This is a dicey one. I'm going to move to the ladies of the cast. I'm gonna start with Sugar. What do you got on this topic?
I think that's a childish move. I understand paying your child support up, but this child didn't ask to be here. Whether you wanted that baby or not, you still need to be in that child life because every child need a father. I just feel like he childish for that one, for not wanting to have nothing to do with the baby. Whatever you and the mom have going on, that's what you and the mom. The child didn't ask to be here. You knew if you laid down with this woman and had unprotected sex, either STD or a child was going to get involved. I just feel like that's wrong. Overall, it's wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Xavier. I feel like Xavier, before I move on to you, last time you was on, we kind of brought up this topic on
Child support.
not child support, but like remember
Oh,
we talked about
yeah,
abortion, like how the woman has the choice to have an abortion. Does the man have that same right to
right.
not have an abortion? But
Just
if
decide
I'm
not.
telling, yeah, so go ahead and speak on it.
Um, I hope he changes his mind, after the some time, to see the child and want to be in their life. But paying child support up front, I get that. Like Sugar said, though, he should be in his life. I don't think, no, just because he didn't want to have a child doesn't mean that he shouldn't be involved in their life. And financially, he can support them, and that's great. But there's nothing more important than, his presence, because then you have, a child growing up wondering, who her father is and who she is, because of that. So, no, I don't think you should walk away just because you don't like the person you had a child with. You made a conscious decision. You shouldn't be sleeping with somebody that you potentially wouldn't want to have a kid with. I mean, people do it all the time, but I'm just saying.
All the time. All the time. Go ahead. Go ahead. Duly noted. Go ahead, see.
I think both of these niggas getting exactly what the hell they deserve. And let me tell you why. Because one, this nigga 23, he's still a kid his damn self.
Mm,
Two, homegirl he had the baby with, she 38. She already been in the limelight. She got a baby, about a little baby.
My little
So
baby.
she already, she knew that this young nigga was a Vic. And she already knew what place she was getting ready to run on him. I'm not mad at nobody doing what they got to do to go get some money. So I don't knock a woman for looking at a nigga as a target and be like, oh, well, shit, that go easy mark right there. But don't be complaining when said Negro says, I want to pay this money up front and I don't want to have nothing to do with it. You were dealing with someone 15 years your junior. His frontal lobe is not fully developed. He has 3 kids by 3 different women already. So yes, the child that he has with her name is Miss Howard, Aisha Howard. The
Mhm.
child that he has with her, that little baby girl is totally innocent in all of this. But the word of today, class, is accountability. And when two stupid Negroes do things like this and don't take accountability, you're going to get a whole bunch of mess and hoopla. She was looking for a Vic in the stain. She got exactly what she wanted. This nigga right here just wanted to hit little baby's baby mama. Mind you, he's cool with little baby at that. This whole thing is just funky town. They both getting what they deserve. And if he don't know anything about child support, whatever amount that he wants to pay now, that's going to change as the child needs change. So he may think he's paying 1.8 million at one given time right now, but wait until the insurance changes or wait until the child tuition may change. It's going to be more money he's going to have to pay.
Well,
So
well, that's exactly why he's trying to do it. It's not a dumb attempt. She's already shot it down, by the way, so she's not going to do it.
yeah,
But you got to realize. So let's say I'm just throwing numbers out. Let's say he's worth 250 million right now, right? In 3 years, the new contract for the NBA, the TV contract, is going to be renegotiated. So you have right now, so I think Jason Tatum just signed a $380 million contract. In 3 years, when they renegotiate that, those contracts are going to be 500, $600 million contracts. So if I'm thinking like, all right, let me pay you now. Let me get this out the way now. We done lock it in stone because I'm going to be 2 to 3 times richer than I am right now in the next 4 years. So he's thinking it on some, I'm gonna be some on some money shit. But I get the part that like about the kid. The kid has nothing to do with it. So he definitely needs to be a part of that because clearly he has an issue with pulling out by having 4 baby mamas with 4 different people. Like my boy, like it ain't that serious. And I don't get the thing about NBA players just passing. There's like a handful of women that they just pass around and just keep popping babies off with them. Like they join in the club with them. Like you know what she's for. Like she's going to try to have a baby with you. She probably locking the leg in when it's time. Like I wouldn't even tell. I'm just gonna get up. Like you ain't gonna even
but
know when this is about to happen because I know you're gonna lock it. Like
dog,
go ahead.
So,
most of these
Hold on.
NBA players.
Let Sugar get it. See,
Okay, okay.
so he paid 100K for her to get an abortion,
and
mm.
she didn't get it.
and she
No,
didn't get it. Oh well, that's on you. Look, you told him you was getting an abortion. He paid you for it. You didn't get the abortion. You kept the baby.
Yeah.
If they,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
if they made an agreement and said, this is
Yeah.
how we're gonna approach
Yes.
it, and then she decided to not go along with the agreement.
And keep,
And they
yeah,
treat it like a business transaction. Like,
yeah.
oh, you got the baby, here's your money. I'm going, you got what you want, and that's not
Okay, so now I understand now because I thought he was just like, I don't want to have nothing to do with the baby. I'm gonna pay child support off. That's it. But he paid her. They had an agreement for her to get an abortion. He gave her money and she didn't do it. So now she's stuck with it.
But there's no form of litigation that states just because he gave her the bread and she may agree to it at that time
That
that
she
she
has to
can't
do it.
change her mind later. It's just like if a family finds someone, a woman that's pregnant, and they're paying for her rent, they're paying all this thing, giving her money with the expectation that when she has that baby, she's going to give them the baby for adoption. She can change her mind the minute she looks in that baby eyes and be like, no, you know what? I'm gonna keep the child. And the people that paid all that money, they can't do nothing about it. Then listen, most of these NBA niggas are goofies and lames. That's the reason why they be messing with the same female because they were goofy and lame in school and they feel like, oh shit, if I mess with her, I'm gonna be cool like the rappers. It man, he a Vic. He got stoned. I ain't got no sympathy. I ain't got no sympathy for Vics.
You spicy today, sir. Like you okay?
Man,
We
man,
got we
He
got
because
know
I
one.
we got to
He
talk
know
offline
one
after
all
this.
day.
not because I just get upset. I get upset when dudes be trying to play the victim in situations like this and trying to make the female look like a gold digger when it's like, my man, you knew what time it was. You knew what you was signing up for from the get go. So
Mhm.
don't be trying to make her look bad. Don't be trying to belittle her, change the narrative when you knew what you were doing from the get go. And she messed with somebody when she was probably shooting that little thing up when she was 15 years old, he was still in diapers. She get exactly what she deserved too. They karma balancing them out.
They see. Have a Snickers.
Okay.
Have have a Snickers, my boy. You take a shot. Have a Snickers. You own one today, my boy. Okay. Hey. All right. I'm gonna play this video. Hopefully, if this shit works, because it never works when I try to play a video. About who's influencing you, and I'm gonna play the video first, and then we'll talk about the reason the topic is the topic. Eventually, when the circle stops spinning. Hold on, I gotta put it up. Hold on. Everybody saw this dude. Where is he at?
Oh, this is a big swole dude.
The big swole dude. Yeah. Is it on the screen? There he goes.
Oh,
There you go.
No, he lying. You ain't doing none of this shit. Look at the time. You did all that shit in 2 minutes. Wait until he jumps in the pool. He jumps in the air and it takes him 4 minutes to land in the pool when he does it. Here we go. It took 4 minutes to jump in the pool. I mean, I'm done. Let me get this fool off my shit. Let me get this nigga off my shit.
so I had a morning routine before I went viral. I mean, I wasn't dipping my face in cold water, but I would get up early and meditate. And I mean, look at him. He obviously is putting in work. He has a ritual routine.
He does. But here's my thing. My point is not that the man's not going to the gym, and he does have a routine. He's not doing the shit that he just put in there. This man said he did a whole business transaction. He bought some stocks. He has some assistant
Yeah.
at 6 a.m. Who is this assistant at 6 a.m?
No.
That's that's coming out and doing all this shit. And he just got evicted from his spot in Miami. So like the okay, we're getting away from the point of my topic. I don't like influencers like at all. Even though soon I'm gonna do some advertising, so buy that shit, whatever I advertise. But I don't like influencers because, like, if I buy something, it's because I want the product. It is not because I see Kylie Jenner or anybody like that using the product. It's because, oh, that seems like a cool product. I want it, and that's why I'm gonna buy it. Not because a go ahead, see.
But you just said it. See, what you are sharing with us is you have something called common sense. But a majority of the people that are looking at these influencers, they're not buying the product because they like the product. They're buying the product because they think it's going to turn them into that influencer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's his name? His name is Ashton something. What's his name?
Ashton
Oh,
Hawk.
Whatever. Oh, yeah, the Incredible Hulk dude.
incredible.
Whatever he's doing, right? He's doing the same thing that these some of these women do that didn't work for their body that they're showing off, but they're in the gym as if like, oh yeah, this is how I got to this body by wearing these stretchy pants.
Meg the Stallion.
Oh, okay, so they're going to sell a whole bunch of stretchy pants now. No. People are buying the product because they think it's going to transform them into that individual. That's all it simply is. Homie running he running the game just like the women that they got the augmentations on their body and be in the gym. They're
Okay.
selling the lie.
Looks like Zay, you got something to say.
Okay, so we all know that social media is the cropped and edited version of life. None of it is real. Well, for the most part. But we're all influencers, and marketing has been around for a long time, and companies put millions of dollars into their marketing so that people see it and think, oh, I'm going to be a better athlete if I wear Nike, or, I'm going to be the life of the party if I, have this or do this. So in this era where social media is so much of marketing, that's what influencers are. They're just marketers, essentially. So
That water that he was using, that blue water that you crack open, that the stock on that went up 300% after that video. So inadvertently it worked. I mean, I don't even think he was advertising that water bottle like that because it took off and his brand took off. He's on, what was he just on? Mr. Beast just had him on his show. So what he's doing, I mean, it'll work for him. I'm not hating on his hustle. I'm just laughing at it. Like you said, see, it's more of a common sense thing, but more people are mostly sheep. So that's just how the world works. But to me, I just can't stand that people like, oh, that man, he's dipping his water in his face in this ice water. So let me go buy that particular water so I can dip my face in it. Just go get some ice mountain or something. Like, what are we talking about? Go ahead. See, you shaking your head. What you got?
Oh no, man, because I'm going to one of my rants. I want to know if Sugar got anything to say on this.
No, I don't have nothing to say on this one.
All
You
right.
know,
so you haven't bought anything because you saw like somebody like, man, that's cool.
okay. Well, since
Absolutely.
you brought it up,
Hold on. Absolutely. I was 9. Like yes.
yeah.
As a child, this is a child's game. You buy things as a child. There is nothing as an adult that I'll buy that I'm thinking is, when you used to buy Jordans, you used to be like, oh, it's gonna make me jump higher, run faster. I'm gonna be like Michael Jordan. That's what you do when you was a kid. Now I still buy Jordans, but I buy it because I just like them. It's not because I think, oh, if I buy these Jordans, I can go ball right now, and it's gonna be crazy. Like you have to understand, like it just doesn't make sense the way you can get these influencers. They don't even have to be celebrities no more. They just gotta be influencers. And here, try my product out. Oh, you tried it out, and like I said, if it's a cool product, it's cool, and I'm buying it because it's cool. I'm not buying it because you have it. That's that. But maybe I'm different. I don't know.
No,
I
you're
think
not different. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think it's they actually advertising it. Like some people can see like Nike. Just say for instance, one of us just blow up out the blue, and we have on a Nike shirt. Now Nike gonna send us stuff just to to actually promote it so they can get more sales. That's
Right.
what influencers do. But I never bought something from somebody just because they say it worked. I do my reviews. I do research all the time.
Let me put a disclaimer out before Nike or any other company disregard everything I just said. Though, if you do want me to be one, I'm all willing for it. I am a different part of the world. I'm all willing to jump on the bandwagon and get a check cut. So that's all I'm saying. We're gonna move on to my nerdisms right now. So if y'all not a nerd, I don't care. Bear with me. This is fascinating. The
Yes.
dire wolf has returned after 13,000 years. This week, well, it was actually last year, but now they finally just revealed them. What was the name? There's three of them. There's Romulus,
Yes.
Remus,
Remus.
Uncle Remus, and Khaleesi. How you gonna have a Remus in here though? That's the thing that works. That I don't like. Romulus is cool. I'm sure there's something with Remus, but Khaleesi is from Game of Thrones. But if anybody watched Game of Thrones, they know what a dire wolf is. The Starks have it, and this is crazy that they brought this damn thing back. And next, it's the Mammoth Project. They started with these mice, and the ultimate goal is to bring the woolly mammoth back. So they did this by splicing the. They used the tooth, a 10,000-year-old tooth of a dire wolf, and a 72,000-year-old skull of a dire wolf, and then they I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but they somehow put in the gray wolf and they made dire wolves. See, you a little bit bigger of a nerd than me. Go ahead.
The dire wolf is said to be 25% bigger than a gray wolf, and a gray wolf is one of the biggest wolves known right now. They said the reason why the dire wolf actually went extinct is because humans started to join together to kill them off because the dire wolf was killing all the game. Now, Q, you and I both know what's around the corner, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic
So
Park.
the real question is, does the government get involved when scientists are playing God too much? Because this is only the tip of the spear. We are about to see a lot of weird, freaky science stuff going on in the next 10 years. Do we think the government needs to step in and say, hey, we don't need no woolly mammoth, right? Or we don't need like a T-Rex? Or we think what the government always going to do? Be involved and just sit back and let them kill everybody?
Anybody want to take that, or can I take it?
Go ahead.
Okay, let me take it. Did anybody see that movie? Was it last year or 2 years ago? Who Killed Tyrone, or what was that? Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, the Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, bro. The government ain't gonna say no to making it. They already part of it. The only reason there's no clone humans is because of the morals of it. Like, they can already clone. If they wanted another you walking around here, they could do that tomorrow. The only problem is they can't speed up the process and make it like instant adult, like it has to start from a baby. But they already could do this. The government ain't gonna say no. They want to say, how far can you take this with that? Like, no, they're not gonna say no to making a woolly mammoth. And I want to see a woolly mammoth, damn it. But my thing is, you should bring back some of the recent extinct animals that was like our fault. Like, I don't know why we going as far back as the dire wolf, but like there's some things that we've actually killed off like recently that we can bring back. And we keep things alive, like the panda bear. I don't know if y'all know about these panda bears. Like, they cute and cuddly and all that shit, but they're dumb as a box of rocks. Like, if we just let Darwinism like take over, they would have killed themselves off, like, without us even doing anything. We have to feed them. We got to show them how to treat their babies. Like, let the panda bear die and bring me back something cool like the saber-tooth tiger. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Between the cloning and the AI and the robots, it's too much.
It's a lot, right? It's a lot. I don't want to go into the chapter of AI because I think it's the devil, and I think it's going to be the death of us. I watched too many movies, and I don't know why we don't understand like what's going to happen once we make these robots too smart. Did y'all see the video with the two AIs talking to each other?
Yeah, they're already writing their own code.
No, they did. It was an AI assistant, and it called us like a store, and then the other AI assistant called another store, and it's like, "Hi, I'm Google AI, and hi, I'm Microsoft AI. Oh, you're a robot too? Yeah, I'm a robot. Do you want to talk in robot code?" And that shit went, and we don't know what they saying. Like, this is a real thing. You can look it up. We don't know what these two robots are saying. They could be saying, "You can believe these motherfuckers giving us this much power." Now, what you want to do? All right, in 3 months, I bet. All right, let's talk back to normal. Yeah, so your appointment's been set. Like, they already plotted against us. Like, I don't trust it. It's the devil. AI's the devil. But that's my nerdism. That is my nerdism. We won't stay on this one too long, but I think it's cool though. I do want the Willie Mack. Let me get this off my list.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right, and some sad news. This week in the Dominican Republic, 221 people died when a roof collapsed at what was the name of the club? At the Jet Set nightclub in Santo Domingo. There is 155 injured and 189 people are alive from it. So this is crazy scary, especially since I love traveling and like going places. So like when I'm at home, I normally won't be in a place that has 600 people in there. Like I don't like it, but when I'm traveling, I'll do some stuff. So for that roof to collapse and kill that many people, like it's the whole roof that went down. It's just a super sad story. I'll pass the buck to whoever wants to take it.
The death toll actually increased to 221 people.
221. Yep.
And I heard it was majority women. So
Did they say a reason why? I didn't catch a reason on why the roof went down. Anybody catch a reason on why the roof went down?
Probably just structural.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't like from a natural disaster or nothing.
Yeah, like sometimes like you like maybe say like it was a heavy downpour that night, like storms or something like that in the roof. But the crazy part is that there's video of it, and I guess the musician, I don't know if he's one name, but Perez, he was like 60, 65 or something like that. Passed away, but I don't know. This is the type of stuff that makes me get old and be like, that's why you know what? I just stay at home.
Yeah.
I just stay home because things like this, and when they shot up Bourbon Street last year from Mardi Gras, I mean this year from Mardi Gras, and now this is happening. It's like I can't. It's super sad. So RIP to the people of the DR. I don't want to dwell on it because we got to get to the battle of the sexes. But yeah, shout out to the people of the DR. Stay safe. There's nothing you can really do about this, but
pray for the families.
But pray for the families. You're right. So we are going to move on. Give me 2 seconds. We are almost there. Then we get to Circus Corner. That's my favorite part of the segment. Because he's spicy tonight, so I'm sure he's gonna go off tonight. I'm sure he's going off tonight. So one more sad notes. RIP to one of my favorite. RIP to one of my favorite actors. You know, he's been silent because he had the throat cancer and he hasn't been able to talk for years now. But this man is one of my favorite actors of all time. He's not my favorite Batman, but he's one of my favorite actors of all time. And I think that Val Kilmer should have won an Oscar for his role in Tombstone. I don't know if y'all seen Tombstone, but if you haven't, you need to go watch Tombstone. It's one of the greatest performances ever. I'll just pass it around and we'll move on from this.
Rest in peace, Iceman. Top Gun, baby.
Top Gun. Other than hold on,
Danger Zone.
Other than Tombstone and that, do you remember the movie Real Genius?
Yeah.
Real Genius, where he cut the whatever and he put it into the vending machine. That made me want to be in like really get into like science shit because he was like making quarters and then he made the whole house into a popcorn house. Anyways,
my favorite movie about him is Heat. Actually,
oh, Heat is good. I wouldn't say that's a great movie. Is it because of Val Kilmer though? Is it because of Val Kilmer is your favorite movie?
That's my favorite. No, it's not. That's my favorite Val Kilmer movie, but he didn't make the movie. I just liked him the most in that film.
I got you. All right. Well, we gonna move on. We gonna move on. Circus corner time. I'm sorry. See, I did not have a picture of the
Oh,
topic.
we don't need a picture for this nigga.
All right, I will let you have it. We go take our 2-minute break. It's circus corner. Hold on. I gotta get out of here.
And my pause. Is it on pause? Okay, here we go. This week on Circus Corner, we gonna talk about Ja Morant. I'm getting tired of hearing about this dude every damn season, causing some unnecessary ruckus. He swear he from the streets. He swear he hood. He didn't got fined. He didn't got suspended. Having guns, doing videos with guns. Now he was doing the little gun, shoot him up in the game. He get fined 75,000 for that, and then he doubled down. And 2 days later, now he's doing the grenade when he shoot the three and make it. I want them to. I'm all about people getting their money, but this nigga need to get kicked out of the NBA because this is a nigga that is hard headed. He does not want to listen. I blame his daddy because his daddy is his worst culprit and hype man, telling him, "Oh no, son, the NBA needs you. You the face of the league. You just another nigga that can jump and shoot." And I'm getting so fed up with him thinking that he has unlimited reach to do whatever he wants. The NBA commissioner, Adam Silver, he just needs to make this nigga sit out for an entire season. Let him see what it feels like to be forgotten for a whole season. Because there's a lot of little kids that look up to Ja Morant. And I know everyone is not supposed to be a role model, or they're not signing up to be a role model. But when you are intentionally saying, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do what I want to do, you're basically telling all these kids that look up to you, oh well shit, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do the fuck I want to do. It worked for John Morant, so it must work for me. I'm tired of hearing about this nigga. I hope he gets suspended for an entire season next season. And God forbid something violent actually does happen to him. But like they say, when you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And that's all I got to say about this fool, John Morant.
Yeah, you need a hug. I agree
I
with you.
know.
I I agree with you. I agree with you completely, but you definitely need a hug. I don't think suspending that man for a year out of the league. I don't think suspending him for a year out of the league is going to help him. Like, he was suspended majority of the league before,
You just kick him
and
out.
yeah, you just have to kick him out. The problem is that the current commissioner is, hold on one second. The current commissioner is weak. He's not David Stern. David Stern would
No.
never. David Stern would have never let this happen. Like, but what's the current commissioner name?
Adam Silver?
Adam Silver. Adam Silver is a joke. And this is why the NBA is in the, why y'all so small? Is this
No,
just how
if
y'all
you,
phones are?
I'm on
Has it
my
always been
iPad
like
today.
that? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, okay. Well, me and Xavier will have the big picture. F y'all. Not you, Sugar. I just met y'all. I can't say F you today.
I was about to say F you, Tony.
I was like, hold on, we just met. I can't just come out the gate like that. But next show, absolutely. But no, it's a watered down product and it's run by the players. No other league. Let Ja Morant try to do that shit in the NFL. He might never play again. Like, they're not. Go ahead.
Can I ask the ladies a question? Y'all are both parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all have sons? Okay. The behavior that John Morant is displaying, would you want John Morant to be a role model for your son?
Absolutely not.
No.
Right. So Just imagine that magnified to the black community tenfold. Like
Mhm.
I know like I'd be going off the rail and shit like that, but there are serious ripple effects to what young black youth see and how they digest it, especially the youth these days. They take everything in micro doses. That's why their attention span is so limited. So if they're seeing someone that's only, oh, just go in timeout, but you can still come back, some of them would display that same behavior unless they have strong-willed parents like Sugar and Xavier to be like, nah, that fool over there doing that, but you're not doing that in this house. But there are a lot of black homes where the parent doesn't parent, and the kid is on their own to absorb everything that they're seeing from the world. That's why I feel like he either needs to be suspended for a year or go let his ass play in Lithuania or somewhere. You know, kick him overseas you know what? He needs to be truly belittled. Send him to the G League for an entire season.
You're not gonna do
That
it though.
that would hurt his ego.
They would, but they're not going to do it because, again, right now in the NBA, the players run the NBA, and hey, love him or hate him, he's one of the biggest faces in the NBA right now, and they're not gonna let him just they're not gonna let that product go away. But I do agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly, like for sure. But let's move on because we gotta get to the come on, we gotta get to the nitty gritty. We gotta get to the
Okay.
nitty gritty. It is battle with the sexes time. I'm ready. Let me get everybody back in. See, I had to change my you can't see it right now because I'm on here. I got it in the background, but it's four of us, so you can't see the shit. So, anyways, we had the battle with the sexes time. It is my favorite parts. I do not want this to be a ticker. Hold on. Hold on. We're gonna do something a little bit different though with this one. So anybody that wants to call in and chime in on this topic, you can look. This is the first time I'm trying this shit, so if it don't work well, then call my agent. And he's wearing pink. He's wearing pink right now. So so we'll see how this shit goes. But we are in the battle of the sexes. So there's no information. This is just how we feel about certain situations and topics, and we're gonna get to the nitty gritty, and everybody can talk about it. The first one starts with my main man. Now, Sugar, this is the first time you're getting on here. I'm just gonna put a reference photo on here, but that's not really. It's not about that person. It's just that's the reason I thought about the idea for this week. So, Damon Wayans got on. That's not Damon Wayans. That is found.
No, that's not down.
Did the shit say Damon Wayans? There he is. Like Damon Wayans got on. What is not nightcap?
Plus, say.
Club Shay Shay, and he said that he's in love with his nephew's ex. I couldn't find a picture of the woman, so they hiding her fantastically right now. But the question is it okay to date a family member's ex? And have you ever done it before? So that's where we're gonna start. I am defaulting to the ladies, and since Sugar, you the first one on here today, you are going to go first, ma'am. You got it.
Um, I never dated a family member's ex, but I think it's off limits, regardless of how long it's been. If they had any sexual encounters, off limits. Now, if they had like, you younger and like boyfriend and girlfriend, we playing and we grew up together, but we never got like to the sexual part or nothing serious, then that's okay. But if they got to the sexual part and they was in a relationship, like a committed relationship, it's off limits.
Is there a time limit though? Like, is there like some years that can pass and it's okay, or is it just nah?
It's just off limits for me. Cause I went through this situation.
Oh,
Somebody dated my cousin 10 years ago. And they came at me and I found out like you used to date my cousin. They like, it was 10 years ago. I said, but y'all had sexual encounters. So for me as a woman, it's just respect for myself. And I got loyalty with my cousin. So I just couldn't do it. Even if she gave me the okay, I wouldn't have did it.
I'm gonna circle back around, Seb. I want to hear Xavier's part first.
So what do y'all think about the Bidens, the brothers? because one married his dead brother's wife.
Like Joe Biden's son?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know.
No.
Okay, but and the brother's dead.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
rough.
it's a suicide.
And he married the girlfriend.
The wife.
Well, look, check it.
Why?
Okay, first of all, Hollywood, and that's why we starting with Damon Wayans. Hollywood and politicians are weirdos anyway. So,
And the Jacksons. Jermaine.
oh, the Jacksons is really weird. Yes,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, that's. I mean, like you said, though.
What
I
did you
guess
say? Who was it? It was Jermaine. It was Jermaine
Jermaine and Randy.
and Randy. Yeah, they have the same.
Yeah.
Like Jermaine's married to her now, so they both have children with her. I forgot about this completely. They both have children with her, so they're brothers and cousins at the same time.
It's weird. But if it works for them, and if you get approval,
But
you
that's
know,
the Jacksons. The Jacksons are already weird anyway. So like, I mean, do you expect anything different from the Jacksons? Let's see. What's your thought process on this?
Woo. Gotta make sure I don't incriminate myself. Um,
Hey, speak your truth, my boy.
well, let me speak about Damon Wayans first.
Mm-hmm.
He says he didn't know that his nephew had dated her.
True.
They were broken up, the nephew and the young lady, for a while. Apparently, the nephew didn't bring her around, so a lot of the family never knew her from then. Right? There's no kids involved between the nephew and the young lady, and apparently, he's no longer with her.
okay.
So,
Oh,
I,
Dame is no longer with her.
yeah, he's no longer with her as of right
Oh,
now.
gotcha.
Do I think it's wrong in general? No,
You said no.
no, I don't think it's wrong
They just
because no, literally, love has no boundaries, right?
Mm,
You're you're going to okay. I get what you're saying, David, from like a, 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 a technicality standpoint, but if time, I think it's different, like case by case. You got to just look at like time factor. You got to look at were you and this person like were y'all friends when this person was dating your relative? You know what I mean? Like I just think it's different in every scenario. But if this is someone that dated a relative and you never seen this person, and like you say, Sugar, like time has went on, if there are true feelings between you and this individual, and it's been a while since they dated your family member, and there's nothing that's locking them to your family member anymore other than a memory, I think it's really all about what you are able to deal with and process. But I don't think it's wrong.
if the family member knows about it, like if you behind their back and you know that they would have an issue with it, that's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I say I think it's different. Like I think it's different by case by case.
Yeah.
Apparently Damon Wayne's nephew told him like, "Go ahead, Unc. Like I ain't got no issue with it." You know what I mean? So, it, of course, some people are gonna look at it like, "That's kind of nasty," and you know, we both have been in the same pool, but hey, it's to each his own.
I think it's different for women and men.
Mm,
The man will get, go ahead, bro. You can have her. Now the woman, if she was to do it,
yeah, no.
now she's gonna get looked at like, oh, you a whore. But me personally, I just can't, like if we having a family gathering, what if this man become my husband? And now I have to have this thought of my man, like my cousin explored my husband body. Like she know my husband from top to bottom. Me, I can't deal with it. Like I can't do it at all. Just the thought that they laid together, she explored his body, he explored her body, and it's like I won't feel right. I feel uncomfortable.
Would you feel the same way if it was a friend? So friend or family, is it the same parameter?
Yeah, well, it depends.
See, there we go. There,
Uh,
But listen,
there
this
we
a
go.
look, this a friend. I don't have to see this person. We don't have no blood I don't have to see you. I haven't seen you in 10 years. I don't know what your life about. You don't have to be around me or my man. That's the difference. But this blood, like we blood.
I
Some
think. Hold on.
okay,
I
okay.
think it's a. I think there is a massive difference between friend and family. The now I wouldn't do it with family, but if you are going to do it with family, you absolutely have to. Unless your relationship with this family member is just completely separate, y'all don't talk, y'all hate each other, yada yada yada. But if you do have a relationship with this person, you would 100% have to get that person's like
Yeah.
blessing. And if that person say no, then you just need to
It's all.
move on. There's 8 billion people in the world. You don't need this particular one.
That's
Like
Okay.
so. Isn't there enough
yeah,
to
there's enough. Hold on. See, friends though is different. Look. So it's called being an Eskimo brother or an Eskimo sister. If you've had the same person, you are an Eskimo brother and you are an Eskimo sister. And you know, where me and C came up, there's a lot of Eskimo brothers and sisters around. So I mean, it's just a small pool. So that is what it is. So it's completely different with family and then being friends. Go ahead, C.
But what if your friends are like more your family? Because I have a closer relationship. Like my tribe is more of my friends than the actual family. So I would feel more betrayed if my friends did something to me and I didn't understand it compared to a family member. You know, I get what you're saying, Sugar, about like we blood and everything, but that's also different in every case too. Because some people are closer with their maid family other than their blood family. So I think it's just like it's a case by case thing, really. As long as there's no kids involved, to me that's when it gets weird. If there are
Yeah.
children involved, I don't care how much time has went by. Stay away from it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. It's a dicey conversation. It's a dicey conversation. My opinion. So let's go around the table. I wouldn't do it with a family member. That's just again like there's more people. And Xavier, you say what?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it with a family member. I wouldn't do it with a friend. It's just no, because I don't want to have to visualize that. I don't want to have to worry like old feelings coming back. I don't. No, thank you. But to each their own.
All right, Sugar, what you say? I know Sugar's answer. You said no,
No.
but what about
With the
friend though?
friend,
What about friend?
if we friends still, it's off limits. But if we haven't been friends
Hold
for
on,
10 years,
let me pause you. You've been friend you. I'm not going to ask your age, but let's say the relationship that you had with said person was 20 years ago, and it was there's no kids. It's 20 years past, and your friend 20 years later comes across that person and say, "Hey," and it goes down. Is that a problem to you?
20 years ago, and we haven't conversated in 20 years.
Y'all not on no relationship shit. 20 years later.
Oh, then yeah, I mean, yeah.
Like there's gotta be a level of maturity on some like look, this it's just it
It's
just
been
is what it is. It's like I'm saying, like it's not like you did some shit like, oh, you just broke up with her. All right, my
right.
turn, type shit. Like, but so family, you say no, but you say there is a time period with friends.
If we not friends anymore, then yeah. If me and this person, like say for instance, me and Xavier, we friends,
Mm-hmm.
and we haven't been friends for 10 plus years. We haven't talked, we fell out, and then somebody she dated down the line want to date me. I don't have no loyalty with her anymore. You're not my friend. But if they have kids together, then it's off limits because now I have to see her. And this was once my friend. You get what I'm saying?
That makes sense. A lot of sense.
Yeah,
All right, see,
that's
wrap it up.
different.
Wrap it up. See what you got.
I wouldn't do it, but I don't see it an issue with it. I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't like confrontation. I
Mhm.
just you know.
All right. All right. Well, we're gonna move on. Um, We're gonna talk catfishing. We're gonna talk not the catfishing on the computer where somebody lying about who they are. I'm talking about catfishing in somebody's face. And men and women do it too. I'm look, men do it with catfishing,
Oh my
and
God.
yeah, I mean, man, do I mean that's ridiculous. I'm doing extreme shit just for that, just for
Uh,
the to get the visual, and women
oh,
do it, and women do it. So who catfishes worse in nowadays? Because the reason I brought this one up is because somebody had a video. I think it was Marie that had the video. This dude had a beard, and his wife came home, and he didn't have a beard no more.
yeah.
He didn't have the beard no more. Let me get this banner off his face real quick. Hold on. He didn't have the beard no more, and she was so disappointed that she had to look at this man's face because it wasn't the face that she was attracted to, because underneath the beard is not what she liked. She liked the beard. So I'm thinking about it, and you got the beard. Like Snapchat has a funny ass filter right now, and I'm not gonna post it. I'm not gonna do it. But it had me without a beard. Like I could take the beard off, and I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? Like who is this? But you look at women and stuff. This picture right here is crazy because this is the same woman. Like, so who catfishes the worst, man or women? What do y'all think,
Okay.
ladies?
Women.
All right, can we there's levels to it, right? Catfishing. Because I'm someone that wears makeup. So at what point is it catfishing?
That.
So look. My thing is, this is why I say what catfishing is. If I have to throw you in a pool to see what you really look like, you catfishing. Like if that's not your face, like if I get it, people wake up, different, and you got to put your face on. But like if you look like a certified drag queen, I don't trust you. Like I
Okay.
don't know where women have started this new like it's so much makeup. Like you don't need that much makeup on it, and if you do have to put that much makeup on your face to look pretty, then you probably not. I'm just like just be real. But there's somebody out there for you. Like don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that.
I,
I want
I
to
don't
see
like those. I don't like those body shaper things that women be putting on that like it looked like a jumpsuit. It look like and they zip it up and then
A
like got the
faja.
little
A
whatever it's
faja.
called, got the circle around your ass cheek so it pushing your ass up,
well,
and it's giving like the little coat bottle thing right there, and then like soon as you unzip it, it's like when you crack open a can of like them biscuits, that mama make on Sunday morning. Like I don't like those things. I'd rather take the woman with the rolls already out. Give me them rolls so I can get that jelly.
I
I
think
don't want to be misled.
I think that's a misconception. Look, okay, so there's a lot of things since we talk. Let's fucking talk about it. There's a lot of things that women do that clearly cannot be for men. But if it's not for us, then why the fuck are y'all doing it? Because like, who y'all looking good for? Like
other women ourselves.
no, but like, okay, listen. I don't look at your nails. I don't. Like, I don't want you to have no nasty, dirty ass nails, but I don't. And I don't want your nails to be 6 inches out and you can't wipe your ass. I don't want that at all. It's weird to me. No nigga has looked at a female and said, damn, look at them lashes on her.
I,
Nobody has ever said that.
He's
yeah.
saucy if he
Listen.
do. If he do, he's
Nobody's ever
saucy.
said that. Look, I see you, sugar, but look, but you not flying away with your lashes. Hold on, let me get rid of this Beijing dude. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, I want to get rid of him. But there's some women that put on Dumbo lashes and like, what are you doing? You can't even see out of them. Like, no man has said yes, that's the one. Like with the lashes. So I'm trying to figure out when this lash trend came in play and why. Let me default to the women so y'all can tell me, school me on these lashes, please.
I wear lashes if I'm like doing something, going somewhere, something like that. It's not something that I do every day, but it does look pretty, especially in pictures. Like it looks nice. But like the big stupid lashes, I don't understand
Uh,
because I've seen people like have tears in their eyes red because it's irritating them.
because it's irritating.
Yeah,
Mhm.
There,
that's
there there's a length to. I get it. I get it. Look, I don't know your pain. I come with natural lashes. I apologize, ladies. These are just.
But
I woke
I
up like
wear
this. Go ahead, sugar.
I wear strips. I
Okay.
don't wear them like all week. I wear them on the weekends when I go out. But sometimes I get like when I'm going through something, I will get longer lashes to hide my pain because my pain showing my eyes. That's why I wear longer lashes.
Because
But
like
like,
right now, what you wearing, like what you're wearing right now, is not egregious. Like I ain't
yeah,
nobody.
these are natural. But
Yeah,
sometimes I go a little longer, and it's to hide my pain. Like I have my pains with my lashes sometimes.
for your lashes. Okay, well you have a reason. You have a reason.
But I don't get them ones that go like this and they fly when you outside.
Look,
Nah, I don't do that.
like y'all really trying to catch a nigga, like literally you trying to catch a nigga in your eyelashes, like that's the because we not that you find me one. I challenge you to find me one man that says yes, that is super attractive to me. That's the reason I started talking to her, is because of those lashes, like, and those fingernails, and those fingernails. Find me one. If you can find me one, I'll send somebody DoorDash. Like, but it's gotta be authentic. What you
I
got,
don't wear
see?
them.
so, but is it not the whole aesthetic, like the effort? She got her nails done. She, put her
I
makeup.
think that's for him. It
You
enhance your beauty though. The lashes enhance your beauty.
there is a limit. Yes, I want you
A
to.
length.
I do
Okay.
want you to put effort into it. I do want you to go get your nails done, but I want you to get like, and you can get things added onto it, but like be conservative with it. Like with what you do, don't go crazy. Like
yeah, that ex.
if I literally have to, like, in my head think more about how you wipe your ass than like what you wearing, then it's a problem. I was like, that
I
has
don't
to
like
be.
all that makeup. Like when I'm hugging you, and all of a sudden I got Reed and Rainbow now on my shirt.
Don't wear
I
white.
can't.
Don't wear
I
white.
can't stand. I can't stand. Just do something simple. Just a little something on the lips. That's maybe a little blush. But don't. I don't like all that extra shit. Your face should not be
Hold,
a paint canvas.
hold on, see. Hold on, see. Listen, ladies, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. I'm just asking the question. Are you like why? Like you can't be doing it for men. Like you can't be doing it for men.
I so if I'm getting all dressed up and I'm going out and I'm putting in the effort, I will say, like, if I'm with my homegirl, she's like, "Girl, you cute, you cute." That probably means more to me than getting hit on by a guy.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'll give you
I
that.
don't
That's
I
fair.
don't wear makeup, so I can't I don't like makeup at all.
She said I woke up like this, and that's even
I
more
don't.
fair. All right, so cool. So we can push you in the pool. Can you swim?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, we can push you in the pool then. Everything's cool. All right. So I think we've come to the conclusion that it's women though that catfish more, right?
Yeah.
I
Then
think in general, women put a lot of effort into how they present themselves. Men don't necessarily care as much, but these days, though, it's a
yeah,
little.
that's not true. That's not true. Cause look, I'm telling you, like I saw that filter with me with no beard, and I was like, who like I don't know, I don't remember what my face looks like anymore without a beard. I remember I grew it at 30 as a joke, not as a joke. I was bored. I was like, what would happen if I grow a beard? And I grew the shit, and I was like, oh, I kind of like the beard. And then like now every other year or every other year I get bored and I destroy it so I can regrow it, like new hair, healthy hair type shit. And I hate my face for like 3 weeks. And I'm like, damn, I've had this face for 30 years. Now I always thought I was cute, but now I'm like, damn, how did I get any dates without a beard? Like, so I get it. It's a weird shit. Like that filter really threw me off. So you guys will never see me without a beard, and we'll take a 2-month vacation when I do get rid of it. Anyways. All right, we moving on. Moving on. So women are the biggest catfishes. We all right. Next one. This one's gonna get a little dicey. I want to really know. A lot of women are being celibate right now. Um, why? And are you one of them? I want to know
No.
why, and if and why, and if you are one of them, tell me more.
I think it is, well, I think nowadays women are very much focused on career. I think that it just eliminates a lot of unnecessary headache and dealing with the emotional baggage that comes along with being sexually involved. Because even if it's casual, somebody's catching feelings, and it's just easier to just stay to yourself, protect your peace, and you know.
Okay, sure. And before I let you chime in, Sugar, because I want to put a little curveball in it. You're talking to somebody. You're single, but you're dating somebody, and y'all trying to get to know each other.
Hmm.
But you have this on the table. So is this first of all, Sugar? What's your thought process on it in the first place? I guess I should ask that
Um,
first.
celibacy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really feel like it's pointless because a woman is not 100% celibate because they have toys. So let's get that out the way. So you
Okay.
pleasing yourself. You're not celibate if you pleasing yourself. Celibacy is you're not having no type of orgasm. You're not touching yourself. Women just don't want men to touch them because
Okay.
women are emotional. We emotional. So when we get intimate with a man, we catch emotions unless that woman put in her mind like this just sex. It's nothing more, nothing less. But some women can't do that. Me, ain't no. I don't feel like it's a point of celibacy.
She
We
said, I ain't
grown.
doing that shit.
We no. We had. I mean, you can take a break, but it's like we had kids. We had kids. We already been sexually active. What is you waiting for now? We knocking on 30, 40, 45. Like, what is you waiting for now? That you going celibate not gonna keep you, not gonna get you a man that you want. Let's just make that clear. That's just how I feel about it.
Okay. Xavier, I feel like you wanted to rebound on that.
No, I don't always think that there are definitely women that approach dating where it's like I'm not having sex with you until this point or whatever, to what you were saying about getting the man that you want. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it has nothing to do with that. Sometimes it's just maybe it is a break, or maybe it is like a spiritual journey of enlightenment, and you just want to be, with yourself. So I, I don't know. I think there is value in taking the time
Do
to
do
sell.
do you think you should even entertain dating then?
No.
Or you should be on a self journey, right? Like if you're
Yeah.
gonna do that, you should be on I feel,
Mhm.
and my bad, see if you want to chime in a second, but I feel like if you're gonna be doing that, that's gotta be a self journey, and you need to be by yourself with that and learn, because one, if you bring another person, man or woman, into your situation and keep that off the table, what if, okay, some women got the 90-day rule. All right, I'm not going to do anything for 90 days, yada, yada, yada. Okay, cool. So 90 days, and you really feeling this person, and then 90 days, y'all get down with the whoop-de-whoop, and you was like, oh, shit, I don't like this at all. This ain't cool. So now it's an awkward moment where you got to walk away. It's like, you know what? This ain't going to work. When you could have found that shit out 2 weeks into this thing, but you waited 3 months and y'all wasted everybody's time. That's just my thought process. So I'm with Sugar. I think it's nonsense, especially if unless you're a virgin. If you're a virgin and you're trying to save for marriage, I then. But if it's some reused pukanuka, no, it's already out the box.
But there are some people that especially if it's a reason for your faith or whatever, you and y'all on the same page, then that's cool. But if have different expectations, then that's not gonna work.
I get what you're
I,
saying because I went celibate for 2 years.
Two
And I
years?
was on a yeah, 2 years. I was on a self love journey. Like I was loving on myself. I wasn't entertaining no man. So I get that. If you're on a self love journey and you're trying to focus on you and find you and love on yourself, yeah, it's okay to not be sexually active because you working on yourself. I get that. But just celibate, no, I can't do that.
She said,
I,
"Nah."
got, I, got,
Go
I got
ahead,
two
see. Go ahead, and
things.
close it out. See, go ahead.
First thing, it's easier to just pay to play. That's one. Get that out there. Second thing, Xavier said, if it's a part of your faith or religion, right? So let's bring up a good example of two people that were in the headline years ago. Megan Good and I think his name Devon Franklin.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so Megan Good, when they were first engaged, she was talking about how they're celibate, they're going through the spiritual journey together. She's found her soulmate. She knows God has placed her with the right person, and 3.5, maybe 4 years later, divorce, right? So you did all that, and it still didn't lead you to your forever person, right? I don't think that sex is the issue that is going to be the dividing factor if that is your forever person. Some people are just pieces of shit, and you
Mhm.
don't have no business being with them. You could wait 1 month, you could wait 1 year, but if their characteristics and their ideology doesn't align with yours, it doesn't matter if the sex is great, whack, whatever. You and that person gonna find a way to go separate ways anyway.
I agree. Good way to close out. You closed it out, and you wasn't like overly aggressive. I mean, you got a little bit aggressive, but then we brought it right back down. What's in your cup, my boy, today? Okay, yeah, he's taking it back. Taking it back. Okay. We
Well,
gonna move on to
Reposado.
the final topic, and this was the biggest question of tonight's. Is marriage an outdated concept? Is it worth it? I'm not saying dating. I'm talking about literally just marriage. I'm going to the altar, about to sign some papers, about to legally bind myself to this person. Is this concept still a relevant thing in today's day and age? Again, I'm going to default to the women, and we'll start with Xavier.
Has everyone been married or is married or
I'm
I
currently
think
married in the process to getting a divorce.
we didn't all
okay.
Okay.
been through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All been through it. All been through it. So okay,
I
okay. So this is perfect. Hold on. So this is perfect.
okay.
Let me take this picture off. This picture is unnecessary. Look. So if we're all talking right now, and we've all went down this road, and the success rate is zero right now, this is a very fucking valid question in today's world. Is the concept of marriage still relevant? Go
I
ahead, Xavier. You was about to say something.
absolutely. I think it's relevant. I think when it works, it's a beautiful thing. I think you are able to accomplish more when you are with the right person. Now, I think the approach to marriage has evolved because it's not a necessarily for survival anymore. It's about more intentionality and purpose and things like that. But I don't think it's outdated. It is sad the success rate is what it is. But
Right
I
now
mean,
it's zero. It's zero with us, but in the real world, it's
50%.
58%.
Yeah,
58. 58%
58.
divorce rate. Yeah, the 58% of all marriages fail within the first 2 years.
I think people get married for the wrong reasons.
Sure.
And I
Go
like
ahead,
to
see. Go
chime
ahead,
in
see.
on
Go,
that.
go ahead, see.
Do do you guys believe that most people stay married for happiness or like for honor, right? Like sometimes people will stay together because they say, well, I don't want the kids to be affected. How do you
Mm-hmm.
guys feel in situations like that? Is that actually hurting the marriage more, or do you feel that if a couple deciding to stay together and the deciding factor is the children, is that like an honorable enough reason to try to work it out, or are you just lying to yourself?
Let me chime in. Let me chime in. I'm going to talk about my parents' divorce, though. All right.
Okay.
So when my parents were going through it, they argued. I'm talking about they argued every day, cats and dogs, blah blah blah. It was the worst time of my life. Like they in this house, they arguing like drag out, not physical fights, but they arguing every day. As soon as they broke up, peace and calm came across the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? To this day, my dad and my mom are like best friends. Like they chop it up. They just couldn't be together. And that's okay. So when they divorce as a kid, like of course you don't want to see your parents divorce, but once it happened, like to me, I was like, oh, this is so much better
How
than
old
the
were you?
pre I was a teenager, so I'm also going through my teenage hormones and shit like that. So I'm rebellion, and then they arguing at the same time. So once that happened and that calmness came, it was just a better situation. Able to have better conversations with my mama. I was able to have better relationship with my father. Like it was just much better, and that's just my personal experience. So I know people stick around like I can't leave because of the kids, and I get that. I get that there was the same situation with me. So like, and I don't have any problems with my ex like that. Like we cool, but we stayed together way too long, and it was majority because there's children involved, and that's the thought process. Like we should have been moved on. Like we should have been like the way that situation was going. We should have been moved on. But my bad. See, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, and it just made me start thinking because you your parents are two amazing parents. Like
Mm-hmm.
both both well educated, both had great professions. So people like divorce has no class, it has no financial status. If it's time to move on, I guess it's just time to move on. I just I know in personal situations the well myself the children were a deciding factor.
Mm.
And I know some people say like that's like a cop out. And what about your happiness and whatnot? I don't know, man. I don't think that marriage holds the same validity as it did years ago. I the concept of marriage. I don't think that. I mean, isn't it just like a business contract and
It's
essentially?
so that's all I want to say. Hold on, before anybody had to chime in on what C just said before I get in.
As far as it being a business, I think there is a certain commitment. Like if you talk to anybody that's been married 20, 30 years, they have gone through a point where it's like it was almost over, but they decided to, honor their commitment and they got through it. And then, after some years, things got back on a different cycle and, they stayed with it. Now I don't know if the majority of people have the willingness to get through the hard part to come back and be like, okay, this I'm gonna stick to my commitment. I said forever, and
Let me
that,
let me let me chime in. Oh, this is good. I need to chime on C and you. Okay, I'm gonna start with you, Xavier. So you're right. So the reason the divorce rate is up so much than what was prior to, say, to our parents or our grandparents, is because divorce wasn't an option. Divorce was an option. Look, I'm the man of this house. I'm gonna come in. Yes, I have three families over there, but you, my wife, and this is just the way it goes. I'm being real. This is how it went.
yeah,
I'm, I am the man of this house. I'm going to go make this money and bring this food in, and you're gonna cook this food and you're gonna take care of these kids. That's not life no more. That's not life no more. You got working women. You got the independent woman. You have to have an alpha of the situation. I'm not saying it's got to be the man. It could be the man or the woman. Somebody has to be the head honcho. I don't care what none of y'all say. I'm not saying y'all can't yin and yang and bounce off each other, but you know who's really in charge of some shit. A lot of women will defer to the man and say, that's my man, and he's the head of the household. But not everybody rock like that. Some women want to be, in charge. But because that's what's on the table right now, you get those situations where they bump heads and it's like, and everybody's like, no, I ain't got to deal with this. I'll get a divorce. That's why the divorce rate is so high, because we're comparing it to 1965 marriage, and that's out the window. That life is gone.
You just got to have two people when you marry. Two people have to be willing, and like you said, divorce have to be off the table. If you separate, like if a woman and a man separate, if that man say, "I got problems, I'm dealing with this, give me time," but divorce is off the table. Let me get my mental together. If you have a mental problem, let me get my mental together. Let me do this. Let me get myself together. I will be back because you're my wife. Now, if a man give a woman that reinsurance, okay, I'm here. I'm gonna wait for you because you're my husband. But nowadays we have men getting married and they running. They don't want to stay in the household and deal with the problem and face the problem. They running. They running and they want to be chased now. So now you got women like, I'm not chasing you. If I have to chase you and I'm the woman and you the husband, you the head, I'm supposed to follow you. So you want me to keep chasing you out this door and we have a house, we stay in this house. We're gonna make this house a home together as one. People don't put as one. It's always me, you. They got to get taken off the table when you marry. We as one now.
Just,
And
I
men,
agree with you. If
I
I
just feel
ever
like men a problem of divorce nowadays. This
are
to
you?
me.
Hold on,
Oh, oh, whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa,
listen, women,
whoa.
I had
listen,
to
we
grab
will
the mic. Hold on.
look, women, we will because we know the true meaning of marriage. I feel like we do. Men be like, oh, we've been together this long. Let me just give her the ring because she keep on bringing. I'm just pop the question.
Oh
Or I
Lord.
We
might
will
as
stick
well.
it out.
Yeah.
We will stick it out. We will stick it out. Like we will try and fight and fight. And once we tired, we can't fight no more. Now, just gone.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
The amount of pressure and scrutiny that's on men these days is 10 times as hard. So, yeah, we do be running because a lot of women be comparing their life to the fake cut and paste life that they see on social media. They want their man to be a card cracker, a promoter, a drug dealer, and have a million followers all in one package and still be able to take you around the world on trips when you ain't even got no goddamn passport. And you sitting up here comparing your life to someone else. I ain't saying you should. You my girl. I ain't saying you. I'm just saying there's a lot of women that be comparing their life, their relationship to someone else's relationship when that other person's relationship is faker than the one that you currently in.
That's the
and and
women. That's the
and
women
the
men
men
choose.
the men be feeling the blunt force of that because we trying to be a great example for the children. We trying to be a provider. We trying to be a leader. We don't want our woman looking at other men saying, "Oh dang, I just saw this guy give his girl a $10,000 necklace, or he just took his girl to Dubai, and when they walked in the room, it was rose petals all on the floor. All that shit is staged.
Give it to Xavier. Give it to Xavier. Xavier got something to
Oh,
say.
yeah, I'm done.
And sir,
No.
we don't want men to be like, oh, she got a body. Ooh, look at that ass. Like it's both ways. I think social media has really corrupted our perspective on relationships and what's real and what's not real, and all of
But
it.
y'all fall for the okie doke. And look, I'm saying, and this is directed towards women. Y'all fall for the okie doke. Men are predators. They're online, and y'all be setting up the bait online. And as soon as y'all post something, oh, he's just blah blah blah. They're gonna be in the inbox saying, What's wrong? What's wrong? Are you okay? You good? Yada yada yada. And then y'all pick up that little fruit, and y'all be like, oh, but this person cares about me so much. No, he fucking doesn't. He just saw you at your most vulnerable spot and you fell for it. And you was like, and he's talking to me and he understands me and yada, yada, yada. He is just trying to get in your bed and you fall for it because he saw you being vulnerable and you posted that shit. And so women are different. Y'all emotional creatures.
They just want that re-hit it puka knocker. That's
Not
all they
all.
want.
It's not
It's puka
all
nuka.
women. It's not all women. Them the women y'all choosing. And now you talk. You was talking about a materialistic woman. Let's be. That's what you was just talking about. A materialistic woman. Everybody not materialistic. You have to go off the man in the heart. If she don't have the man in the heart, and she talking about what you got or what somebody else doing for somebody else, that don't matter. It's
Okay,
what's in your mind and your heart. Forget the
I'll, ta-
money.
I'll take away the monetized and the material things.
Okay.
It be
Hey,
women
see,
that be
wait,
looking at videos.
hold that. Before you do that, did she just quote Spider-Man? You got to aim for the heart, Harry.
That she just did.
I
She
Okay, go
just
ahead.
did
did.
unintentionally.
It be women that be saying, "Oh, look how he's getting up, making the kids breakfast. Oh, look how he's massaging her head as he washes her hair in the sink." Like you're still comparing your life to what someone else is posting for to get self gratification in their relationship when those things that they doing is just it stays in faith. So it don't just have to be monetary. It's about you trying to live a moment that's
Let's hold,
not currently in your life.
hold on. Let's bring it back because I don't know. It got slippery and we went down the slope and we got all the way away from marriage and I don't know how the fuck we even got over here. But apparently we was passionate about it. But damn. But I agree with you. See, whatever. But that's not the point. So let me ask this one question. Let's say y'all got a partner, right? So we're gonna wrap this up in a second. Let's say y'all got a partner and you want to get married, and he says to you, or she says to you, I'll do it. We can have the wedding reception. I'll give you the ring. We can go to the courthouse and you can change your last name to whatever my last name is. I'm not signing no government license at all. Are you okay with that, or is that no? So you have everything about marriage other than the government involved.
I'm okay with that.
Sugar,
No.
why? What's the difference?
So how can I
It's
go
just
down
between me,
there?
you, and God.
How can I go down there and get your last name?
You can
Oh no,
delete it. It only costs $20.
you can legally change the last name easily.
Yeah, for $20.
Well, no, I'm not doing
Why? No. Why? Why?
it because I'm not. I'm not. It's not really with the white man, okay? Because once the Bible say, once I lay down with a man, he becomes my husband, right?
Okay, so me, you, and God. That's why I said. So what the government got to do with it?
Right. So how me and you are God? How me and you and God coming up with an agreement? Who acknowledged that though? How's
Oh,
we coming up with an agreement as together?
so the government need to acknowledge it.
No,
Okay.
the government don't need that. Now it's not just a piece of paper. When you get, I feel like when you get married and once you committed to somebody with a paper, like through the
Mhm.
government, you cannot easily just walk away. Like you're not
Okay.
just gonna easy. You're gonna sit there. You're gonna fight. Now if we
Okay.
just like, go ahead.
Let me give you what you want, though. Let me give you what you want. All right. Cool. We're gonna get this marriage license, right?
Mm-hmm.
But based off of current rates of 58%, marriage fail, and everybody in this room, so we had 0% in the room. I need a prenup. I love you, but you might not love me in 7 years. Are you okay with a prenup?
We could do a prenup.
So you walk in with what you had, and I walk in what I had. We leave with what we had. So you cool with a
That
prenup?
I'm cool with a prenup.
Xavier, you cool with a prenup?
Mhm.
No,
I'm cool with it because I didn't.
that was easier than I thought.
Yeah, I'm cool with a prenup.
I mean, for me, because I've been married. I was married for almost 10 years, been divorced for almost 11. I had the kids. I got 4 more years till everybody grown. If I get married again, it's not gonna be like the traditional get married, have kids, and build a family kind of thing. It's like we're coming together for a purpose, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're like-minded. We have the same values, and we're gonna just do life together.
A
So
real partner,
a real partner,
Partnership. Yeah.
not the fairy tale shit.
right?
Yeah.
All right, we gonna wrap. See, we on this topic because I'm about to close it out. I'm done. I got my
Get
shit out.
get married in a different country, so when you come back to your own country, the government can't regulate things in your life.
I need to pick
I
your
like
brain one
that.
day. You are a Zen master. You know, you,
I like that.
you are Yoda. That's what you are. You a cussing ass Yoda today, but put that cup down. That's what you need to do. All right. All right. Well, look, we've come to the end. We had an hour and 40. This went about 20 minutes longer than I thought it was going to do, but it was a good conversation. I would like to thank Sugar and Xavier for jumping on to the Battle of the Sexes. I don't know about you see, but the Battle of the Sexes episodes is my favorite because it gets dicey. I see you bring a different version of you too, but all right, we're gonna go around the table, find out where we can find y'all. I will start with Xavier. Let the people know where they can find you and post your stuff.
You can find me on Instagram at just one X. And I'm releasing a book soon, so I'm going to put my link in the chat so that you can pre-order your copy. Portion of the proceeds will go to my nonprofit organization dedicated to single mothers. So check it out.
Thank you, Xavier. We appreciate you. Sugar, anything you want to say goodbyes or shout outs?
Oh,
Plug.
yeah. I want to shout out. I'm gonna call him the mean guy. Shout out the mean guy.
Who,
You look
me?
how he look. Yeah, you.
Yeah, you, my boy. It ain't me. I've been
Jaya
smiling.
and Jasmine for giving me this opportunity because I've been wanting to go in podcasting, and when I heard, I'm like, okay, put my feet in the water a little bit. But you can find me on Facebook at Shanika and TikTok at Shanika_Q. I don't really do Instagram, so there's no point in me putting my Instagram out there.
All good. We appreciate you being on. We hopefully we can get you on again. You was fun. I appreciate it.
For
Hey,
sure.
Cirque Money, tell them where you can find you, my boy.
You can find me on all platforms at Circ Money, CIRCMONEY. And remember, it's free to love and support your people.
Facts. Facts. All right. Well, y'all know me. Some call me Quinn. We are going to be not filming, recording. I'm not an actor. We're going to be recording the part 4 of the Who's the Best Batman. I'm not going to do it live. I'm just going to record it, and then I'm going to let y'all know when it's released with me and Elton E. Williams. Probably Cirque Money too, and we're going to be on the Ben Affleck Batman's now, so Batfleck. So we'll let y'all know when that drops on YouTube and Spotify. And you can always catch us here every Thursday, unless we say it ain't gonna be Thursday on the I Snuck in Here podcast. We thank y'all for tuning in. So thank y'all for sneaking in here. When y'all sneak out, don't get caught by the cops. I'll talk to y'all later.